banks are getting really big, and they're using the value of their insured deposits to go do other things that are really not banking, and it's jeopardizing the stability of the system. I actually agree with Volcker. I agree with Volcker as he articulates it. I'm not so sure about how the Treasury Department is trying to implement it, because we have this new law, which was attempted to fix that, called Dodd-Frank. Dodd-Frank was the law that Congress passed 2 sessions ago, in President Obama's first half of his first term. My fear with Dodd-Frank, and I didn't support Dodd-Frank, my fear with Dodd-Frank is it goes in the wrong direction. It creates a permanent bailout fund. It deems very large interconnected banks as too big to fail, meaning the government will back them up if they go down. What that means is these really large banks can go on the markets and get money at a much cheaper rate than your community bank, than small banks. More to the point, this law standardizes credit in such a way that it makes it impossible for community banks to customize loans to small businesses, to manufacturers, to farmers. Because we're standardizing credit, there's no difference in the kind of credit you can get from a big bank, but the big bank get it cheaper because their money is cheaper. Okay, so I have concerns about the Vitter bill. The idea is one that I find very appealing. I also believe in what we call the Volcker rule, which means if you're going to act like a hedge fund, then be a hedge fund, don't be a bank. If you're going to be a bank, then you have to be regulated like a bank. Meaning separate the ability for banks to take the implied subsidy of insured deposits and leverage that. I think that is one of the big mistakes that was made. Now, just remember, the bank bailout was TARP. All that money's been paid back, except for the money that was spent on the non-banking sector. Now, why did I do that? At that moment in 2008, when we were